Do you ever feel like you're constantly talking but not really saying anything? Ever notice how chatter fills the air, but silence seems to be a rare treasure? Picture this: you're at a gathering, surrounded by voices, yet something feels missing. Amidst all the noise, there's a quiet longing for something more substantial, more meaningful. This is where the ancient wisdom of Buddhism steps in, offering a profound reminder: speak less, act fast. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we unravel the threads of ancient teachings and weave them into the fabric of modern life. Join us on a journey to explore the power of mindful action and the art of speaking less but saying more. Imagine a world where every word is chosen carefully, every action deliberate. This isn't just a utopian dream, it's a practice rooted in the heart of Buddhist philosophy. In a culture inundated with noise, Buddhism offers a beacon of simplicity and clarity. Welcome to a space where silence isn't awkward but revered, where actions speak volumes. Here, we dive into the essence of mindful living, embracing the beauty of stillness and the potency of purposeful action. At Wisdom Woven, we invite you to pause, reflect, and embark on a quest for inner tranquility amidst the chaos of modern life. It's time to harness the transformative power of speaking less and acting with intention. So, buckle up and prepare to journey through the realms of Buddhist wisdom, where silence isn't empty but pregnant with possibility, and action isn't rushed but deliberate and purposeful. Welcome to a world where less truly is more, and where the path to enlightenment begins with a single step and perhaps a few well-chosen words. Welcome to Wisdom Woven. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Lesson 1. Understanding the concept. Do you ever feel like you're stuck in a cycle of words saying more than doing? Imagine a river flowing endlessly, chattering over rocks and branches. Now picture a still pond reflecting the world around it with serene clarity. That's the essence of speak less, action fast. In this concept, words are like seeds. They have potential, but it's only when we plant them in action that they truly grow. Think about a garden. Talking about planting won't yield any vegetables. It's the actual planting and nurturing that brings forth life. The same goes for our actions in life. Buddhism, a philosophy rich with wisdom, emphasizes the importance of aligning our speech with our actions. It teaches us to be mindful of our words and to let our actions speak louder than our promises. This isn't about being silent all the time, but rather about choosing our words wisely and following them up with meaningful deeds. Imagine a world where people spoke less and acted more. It's not about being mute, but about being intentional with our words and decisive in our actions. It's about bridging the gap between what we say and what we do, creating harmony within ourselves and in our interactions with others. In Buddhism, there's a saying, actions speak louder than words. This simple phrase encapsulates the essence of speak less, action fast. It reminds us that our actions are the true measure of our character and intentions. We can talk about change all we want, but it's only through action that we can truly make a difference in our lives and in the world around us. Picture a world where every word uttered was followed by a corresponding action. It would be a world of integrity where trust is built on the solid foundation of consistency. It's not about being perfect, but about striving to align our words with our deeds day in and day out. Now, let's consider the opposite scenario, a world where words flow endlessly but actions are few and far between. It's a world of empty promises and unfulfilled potential. This is the world we often find ourselves in, trapped in a cycle of talk without substance. But it doesn't have to be this way. By embracing the concept of speak less, action fast, we can break free from this cycle and live with greater purpose and authenticity. It's about taking ownership of our words and holding ourselves accountable for our actions. Think about a time when someone's actions spoke louder than their words. Maybe it was a friend who showed up when you needed them most, or a leader who led by example rather than empty rhetoric. These moments remind us of the power of action and inspire us to do the same in our own lives. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to get caught up in the noise of words. But amidst the chatter, there's a quiet strength in action. It's the force that moves mountains and changes lives. By embracing this concept, we can tap into that power and create a life of purpose and meaning. Lesson 2. The Wisdom of Buddhism. Buddhism, a philosophy rich in ancient wisdom, teaches profound lessons about the power of action and speech. At its core lies the principle of mindfulness, a practice of being fully present in the moment. This mindfulness extends to every aspect of life, including how we speak and act. In Buddhism, words hold immense power. They have the ability to uplift, inspire, and heal, but they can also harm and create suffering. The Buddha emphasized the importance of using speech that is truthful, kind, and beneficial. This principle is known as right speech. Right speech encourages us to speak with honesty, avoiding falsehoods and deceit. It urges us to speak with kindness, using words that promote harmony and goodwill. Moreover, right speech encourages us to speak with mindfulness, considering the impact of our words before we utter them. The Buddha often compared speech to an arrow. Once released, it cannot be taken back. Therefore, it is crucial to choose our words wisely, understanding their potential to cause either harm or happiness. By cultivating mindfulness in our speech, we can foster understanding, compassion, and connection with others. Silence also holds great significance in Buddhism. It is not merely the absence of speech, but a powerful tool for self-reflection and insight. Through silence, we can quiet the incessant chatter of the mind and cultivate a deeper awareness of ourselves and the world around us. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to fall into the trap of constant chatter. However, Buddhism teaches us the value of embracing moments of silence. In these quiet moments, we can listen to our inner wisdom and gain clarity about our thoughts and actions. The practice of mindfulness extends beyond speech to encompass our actions as well. Buddhism teaches us to act with intention and awareness, recognizing the impact of our actions on ourselves and others. Through mindful action, we can cultivate greater compassion, wisdom, and happiness in our lives. In essence, Buddhism offers timeless wisdom on the importance of mindful speech and action. By practicing right speech and acting with mindfulness, we can cultivate greater peace, happiness, and harmony in our lives and in the world around us. Lesson 3. Cultivating mindful speech. In the bustling chaos of our daily lives, words often flow without much thought. But what if we pause to consider the impact of our speech? Enter the ancient wisdom of Buddhism, offering a profound perspective on the power of words. Imagine a world where every word spoken is a seed planted in the garden of reality. Buddhism teaches us that our speech holds immense potential to nurture or to harm, to build or to destroy. It's a reminder that words are not merely sounds but vessels of intention carrying the energy of our thoughts and emotions. Mindful speech begins with awareness, being present to the words we choose to express. It's about pausing before we speak, asking ourselves, is this necessary? Is it true? Is it kind? This simple yet transformative practice fosters clarity and compassion in our communication. In the fast-paced whirlwind of conversations, it's easy to get swept away by the tide of chatter. But Buddhism invites us to anchor ourselves in mindfulness, to speak with intention rather than habit. Each word becomes a brushstroke on the canvas of reality, shaping the landscape of our relationships and experiences. The Buddha likened speech to an arrow. Once released, it cannot be taken back. This poignant analogy reminds us of the irreversible impact of our words. Cultivating mindful speech means aiming our arrows with care, ensuring they hit the mark of wisdom and kindness. In a world inundated with noise, silence often speaks volumes. Buddhism teaches us the art of listening to the words, yes, but also to the spaces between them. It's in these silent pauses that understanding blossoms, fostering deeper connections and empathy. Mindful speech isn't about suppressing our thoughts or censoring our expression. Rather, it's about aligning our words with our highest values and intentions. It's a practice of authenticity and integrity where speech becomes a reflection of our innermost truth. The ripple effect of our words extends far beyond the moment of utterance. Like pebbles dropped into a pond, they create waves that reverberate through time and space. Mindful speech invites us to be stewards of these ripples, consciously shaping the currents of our collective reality. In the age of social media and constant connectivity, the temptation to speak impulsively can be overwhelming. But Buddhism offers a timeless reminder: silence is not emptiness, but a fertile ground for insight and reflection. It's a sanctuary where words are born from the depths of wisdom. As we journey through the landscape of communication, we encounter a myriad of voices, both external and internal. Mindful speech invites us to discern the signal from the noise, tuning into the frequency of truth and compassion. In this sacred space, words become vehicles for transformation. The practice of mindful speech isn't confined to temples or meditation cushions. It unfolds in the tapestry of everyday life, amidst the ebb and flow of human interaction. Each conversation becomes an opportunity to cultivate awareness and presence, enriching our connection to ourselves and others. In the dance of conversation, there is beauty in the pauses, the pregnant silences that invite deeper communion and understanding. Mindful speech is as much about what we don't say as what we do, honoring the power of restraint and discernment. In the symphony of existence, our words compose melodies that echo through eternity. With mindfulness as our conductor, may we choose each note with care, creating harmonies that resonate with the song of the universe. Lesson 4: The Power of Silence. In a world filled with noise and chatter, silence often gets overlooked, yet its power is profound. Imagine a serene lake reflecting the beauty around it. Silence is akin to that, allowing us to reflect and understand deeply. In Buddhism, silence is revered as a means to inner peace and wisdom. It's not merely the absence of sound, but a state of mind where distractions fade and clarity emerges. Silence offers us a sanctuary from the constant stream of thoughts and words that flood our minds. It's in this quietude that we can hear the whispers of our inner voice, guiding us towards truth and understanding. Just as a still pond allows us to see to the bottom, silence allows us to see into the depths of our being. When we embrace silence, we cultivate mindfulness. We become aware of our thoughts, emotions, and surroundings with greater clarity. This heightened awareness enables us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. In the silence, we find space to pause, to breathe, and to choose our words and actions with intention. Moreover, silence fosters connection. In moments of shared silence, whether with a loved one or a community, there's a sense of unity that transcends words. It's a silent acknowledgement of our interconnectedness, a reminder that we are not alone on this journey. Silence also nourishes creativity. It's in the quiet moments that inspiration strikes, ideas flourish, and solutions reveal themselves. When we quiet the noise, we create space for innovation and insight to emerge. In a world that glorifies noise and busyness, embracing silence can feel counterintuitive. But it's in the stillness that we find strength, clarity, and resilience. By honoring the power of silence, we honor the depths of our own being and the wisdom that resides within. Lesson 5: Overcoming the Habit of Overtalking. Do you ever find yourself talking too much? We've all been there, caught up in the excitement of conversation, filling every silence with our words. But what if we told you that sometimes speaking less can actually make your actions more impactful? Think about it this way: when you're constantly talking, are you really listening? Are you truly present in the moment, or are you just waiting for your turn to speak? Buddhist teachings encourage us to be mindful of our speech, to speak only when necessary, and to listen deeply when others are speaking. Imagine a pond disturbed by constant ripples. The water becomes murky, and it's hard to see what lies beneath. Our minds are like that pond, clouded by the constant chatter. But when we learn to quiet our thoughts, to speak only when needed, the water becomes still, and we can see clearly. Overtalking often stems from a desire to be heard, to assert our opinions, or prove our worth. But true wisdom lies not in the volume of our words, but in the quality of our actions. By speaking less and acting with intention, we can cultivate a sense of calm and clarity in our interactions. Practice the art of pausing before you speak. Take a moment to consider your words and their potential impact. Are they necessary? Are they kind? Are they true? This simple pause can prevent misunderstandings and promote greater harmony in your relationships. Remember, silence is not a sign of weakness but of strength. It takes courage to hold your tongue when emotions are running high, to resist the urge to react impulsively. In the stillness between words, there is space for understanding to blossom. Notice how others respond when you give them the gift of your presence, when you listen attentively without interrupting or interjecting. Your silence can create a safe space for them to express themselves fully, knowing that they are truly being heard. But breaking the habit of overtalking takes time and practice. Start by setting small goals for yourself, such as limiting the length of your contributions in group discussions or practicing active listening in one-on-one conversations. Pay attention to the moments when you feel the urge to speak out of habit rather than necessity. What emotions are driving this impulse? Are you seeking validation, approval, or control? By bringing awareness to these underlying motivations, you can begin to loosen their grip on your speech. Embrace the power of silence as a tool for self-reflection and self-discovery. In the quiet moments of solitude, away from the noise of the world, you can reconnect with your inner wisdom and find clarity amidst the chaos. By speaking less and acting fast, we can align our words with our actions, bridging the gap between intention and impact. In doing so, we not only honor the teachings of Buddhism but also cultivate a deeper sense of authenticity and presence in our lives. Lesson 6. Mindful listening. Have you ever felt truly heard? Not just listened to, but deeply understood? In a world where everyone seems to be talking, genuine listening has become a rare gift. But in the teachings of Buddhism, the art of mindful listening is revered as a powerful practice. Imagine a moment when you felt overwhelmed or lost and someone simply sat with you, offering their full attention. How did that make you feel? Mindful listening is about more than just hearing words. It's about being fully present with another person, offering them your undivided attention and compassion. In our fast-paced lives, we often rush to respond or offer advice without truly understanding what the other person is saying. But in the silence between words lies profound wisdom. Mindful listening invites us to pause, to let go of our own thoughts and judgments, and to open ourselves to the experience of another. Think about the last conversation you had. How much of it were you truly present for? How often were you thinking about what to say next instead of fully immersing yourself in the other person's words? Mindful listening challenges us to let go of our ego-driven need to speak and instead embrace the richness of silence. In the Buddhist tradition, the practice of mindful listening is deeply intertwined with the concept of compassion. By truly listening to others, we acknowledge their humanity and honor their experiences. We validate their emotions and create a space for healing and connection. Mindful listening isn't just about being silent, it's about actively engaging with others in a way that fosters understanding and empathy. It requires patience, humility, and a willingness to let go of our preconceived notions. It's about approaching every conversation with a beginner's mind, free from the burden of assumptions. But mindful listening isn't only beneficial for our relationships with others, it also cultivates inner peace and wisdom. When we quiet our minds and open our hearts to the experiences of others, we expand our capacity for compassion and deepen our connection to the world around us. So, how can we cultivate mindful listening in our daily lives? It starts with a commitment to presence. Set aside distractions, put away your phone, and give the other person your full attention. Practice active listening by paraphrasing what they've said and asking clarifying questions. But perhaps most importantly, approach every interaction with a genuine curiosity and a desire to connect. Remember, the most profound conversations often happen in the silence between words. By embracing the practice of mindful listening, we not only enrich our relationships but also nurture our own inner peace and wisdom. Lesson 7. Taking action mindfully. In the journey of life, actions speak louder than words. This is where the essence of mindfulness truly shines. Taking action mindfully means being fully present and aware of every movement, every decision we make. It's about aligning our actions with our intentions, rooted in the understanding that every action has consequences, both for ourselves and for others. Mindful action begins with awareness. It's about pausing before reacting impulsively, taking a moment to consider the implications of our choices. In the teachings of Buddhism, this awareness is cultivated through practices like meditation, which helps to develop a deep sense of presence and clarity of mind. Once we've cultivated this awareness, we can begin to act with intention. This means acting from a place of compassion and wisdom, considering not only our own desires but also the well-being of others. It's about letting go of selfish motives and instead acting in ways that promote harmony and understanding. Mindful action also involves letting go of attachment to outcomes. It's about doing what is right without being attached to the results, recognizing that we can't always control the outcome of our actions. This doesn't mean being passive or indifferent. Rather, it means doing our best with the understanding that the outcome is beyond our control. In practicing mindful action, we also learn the importance of patience and perseverance. Change doesn't happen overnight, and our actions may not always yield immediate results. But by consistently acting with mindfulness and compassion, we can create positive change both in ourselves and in the world around us. Moreover, mindful action extends beyond our individual actions to the way we engage with the world. It's about being mindful of the impact of our collective actions on the environment, on society, and on future generations. It's about recognizing our interconnectedness with all beings and acting in ways that promote the well-being of the whole. In today's fast-paced world, the importance of mindful action cannot be overstated. It's all too easy to get caught up in the rush of life, reacting impulsively to every situation that arises. But by cultivating mindfulness and acting with intention, we can bring greater peace, clarity, and compassion into our lives and into the world. So let's take a moment to pause, to breathe, and to consider the impact of our actions. Let's strive to act with mindfulness and compassion in every moment, knowing that even the smallest actions have the power to make a difference. Together, let's create a world where our actions speak volumes and where kindness and understanding reign supreme. Lesson 8. Applying Buddhist principles in daily life. Buddhism isn't just a philosophy to contemplate, it's a way of living, offering practical guidance for navigating life's complexities. One fundamental aspect is the application of Buddhist principles in our daily interactions and activities. Mindful awareness. Buddhism emphasizes being present in every moment. This awareness helps us recognize the impact of our words and actions on ourselves and others. Compassionate communication. Buddhist teachings encourage speaking with kindness and empathy. By considering others' feelings and perspectives, we foster understanding and connection. Non-harming. Central to Buddhism is the principle of non-harming or non-violence, ahimsa. This extends beyond physical harm to include verbal and mental harm. Intentional speech. Before speaking, we should reflect on our intentions. Are our words motivated by kindness, honesty, and goodwill? Mindful listening. Communication is a two-way street. Actively listening without judgment or interruption fosters deeper understanding and strengthens relationships. Patience and tolerance. Buddhism teaches patience and tolerance in the face of disagreement or conflict. Instead of reacting impulsively, we can respond with equanimity and understanding. Forgiveness. Holding on to resentment or anger only harms ourselves. Buddhism teaches forgiveness as a way to release negative emotions and cultivate inner peace. Gratitude. Cultivating gratitude for the people and experiences in our lives fosters a positive outlook and enhances our relationships. Simplicity. Simplifying our lives by reducing distractions and excess allows us to focus on what truly matters, fostering contentment and clarity of mind. Generosity. Generosity is a core Buddhist value, not just in material possessions but also in giving our time, attention, and support to others. Acceptance of impermanence. Understanding the transient nature of life helps us embrace change and navigate challenges with grace and resilience. Mindful consumption, being mindful of what we consume, whether it's food, media, or information, helps us maintain balance and avoid unnecessary distractions. Respect for all beings, Buddhism teaches reverence for all forms of life, promoting harmony and compassion towards animals and the environment. Self-reflection, regularly examining our thoughts, words, and actions allows us to cultivate self-awareness and make positive changes. Living in harmony with nature, Buddhism emphasizes living in harmony with the natural world, recognizing our interconnectedness with all beings. Practice, not perfection. Applying Buddhist principles is a continual practice, not an end goal. Each moment offers an opportunity for growth and learning. Community support, being part of a community of like-minded individuals provides support and encouragement on the spiritual journey. Mindful work, integrating mindfulness into our work helps us stay focused, productive, and compassionate towards colleagues. Balance, finding balance in all aspects of life, work, relationships, and leisure promotes well-being and prevents burnout. Living with purpose, ultimately, applying Buddhist principles in daily life means living with purpose and integrity, contributing to the well-being of ourselves and others. Lesson 9. The practice of right speech. In Buddhism, the practice of right speech is foundational. It's about using our words in a way that brings benefit to ourselves and others. This practice isn't about restricting speech but about using it wisely with intention and mindfulness. Imagine your words are seeds. When you speak positively and with kindness, you plant seeds of goodwill and happiness. But when your words are harsh or careless, you sow seeds of discord and suffering. Right speech involves speaking truthfully, kindly, and at the right time. It means refraining from gossip, harsh language, and divisive speech. Instead, we strive to communicate with honesty, compassion, and empathy. One aspect of right speech is to avoid lying. Honesty forms the bedrock of trust in our relationships. By being truthful, we cultivate integrity and deepen our connections with others. Another aspect is refraining from harsh or hurtful speech. Words have immense power. They can heal or wound, uplift or destroy. By speaking gently and with care, we nurture harmony and understanding. Right speech also means avoiding divisive speech. This includes gossip, rumors, and speech that creates conflict or animosity. Instead, we aim to promote unity, reconciliation, and mutual respect. Moreover, right speech involves avoiding idle chatter. Mindless gossip or frivolous talk wastes our energy and distracts us from what truly matters. By speaking purposefully, we cultivate clarity and focus. In practicing right speech, we also consider the impact of our words on others. We strive to communicate with sensitivity and empathy, recognizing that our words can deeply affect those around us. Furthermore, right speech extends beyond verbal communication. It includes the tone of our voice, our gestures, and even our silence. By being mindful of how we express ourselves, we foster deeper connections and understanding. Right speech isn't always easy. It requires awareness, restraint, and patience. But by cultivating this practice, we nurture harmony in our relationships and contribute to a more compassionate world. In essence, the practice of right speech is about aligning our words with our values. It's about speaking with integrity, kindness, and wisdom, thereby creating positive ripples in our lives and the lives of others. As we continue on our journey, let's remember the profound impact of our words. Let's choose to speak with mindfulness and compassion, knowing that our speech has the power to uplift and inspire. Lesson 10. Integrating silence and action. In our bustling world filled with constant noise and distraction, finding moments of silence can seem like a luxury. But within the depths of silence lies profound wisdom, and integrating silence into our actions can transform our lives in remarkable ways. Silence isn't just the absence of noise, it's a state of mind where clarity and insight emerge. By embracing silence, we create space to listen deeply to ourselves and others, fostering understanding and empathy. It allows us to tap into our intuition and make decisions aligned with our true values and aspirations. When we integrate silence into our actions, we cultivate mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in each moment. Mindfulness enables us to act with intention and awareness rather than reacting impulsively out of habit or emotion. It empowers us to respond to life's challenges with equanimity and compassion, fostering harmonious relationships and a sense of inner peace. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to get caught up in a cycle of busyness, rushing from one task to the next without pausing to reflect. But when we make time for silence, we break free from this cycle and reconnect with our innermost selves. We discover a wellspring of creativity and inspiration, unlocking new possibilities and perspectives. Integrating silence into our actions doesn't mean withdrawing from the world or becoming passive observers. On the contrary, it's about infusing our actions with purpose and meaning, rooted in deep inner stillness. It's about moving through life with grace and integrity, guided by the wisdom of our hearts. Silence is a powerful teacher, offering lessons that are often overlooked in the noise of everyday life. It teaches us the value of patience and perseverance, reminding us that growth and transformation unfold in their own time. It teaches us humility, inviting us to surrender our need for control and simply be present to what is. When we integrate silence into our actions, we become more attuned to the interconnectedness of all things. We recognize that our words and deeds have ripple effects that extend far beyond ourselves, shaping the world around us in ways both seen and unseen. This awareness inspires us to act with greater mindfulness and compassion, knowing that even the smallest gestures can make a difference. In the silence, we find a refuge from the chaos of the world, a sanctuary where we can recharge and replenish our spirits. It's a space where we can let go of our worries and fears, trusting in the wisdom of the universe to guide us on our journey. It's a reminder that beneath the surface noise of life, there is a profound stillness that is always available to us if only we take the time to listen. Integrating silence into our actions requires practice and patience, but the rewards are immeasurable. As we learn to quiet the mind and open the heart, we discover a deeper sense of fulfillment and purpose. We find that true happiness doesn't come from external achievements or possessions, but from the peace that arises when we align our actions with our highest aspirations. In the end, integrating silence and action is not just a personal journey, it's a path to collective healing and transformation. As each of us cultivates greater mindfulness and compassion, we contribute to a more peaceful and harmonious world for all beings. So let us embrace the power of silence and action, knowing that together we can create a brighter future for ourselves and generations to come. Conclusion. In a world bustling with noise and chatter, the essence of speak less, action fast resonates deeply. By weaving together the wisdom of Buddhism with practical insights, we uncover a path toward meaningful action and mindful living. Imagine a garden where every word is a seed and every action a blossom. With care and intention, we can cultivate a sanctuary of peace within ourselves and our communities. This journey begins with a simple yet profound commitment to speak less and act swiftly. In the silence between our words, we discover the space to listen deeply to ourselves, to others, and to the whispers of the universe. Here, in this sacred pause, we find clarity, empathy, and understanding. As we embrace the power of silence, we awaken to the richness of the present moment. Each action becomes a brushstroke on the canvas of our lives, painting a portrait of compassion, integrity, and purpose. Let us not underestimate the impact of our words and actions. In a world hungry for authenticity and sincerity, our choices ripple outward, shaping the fabric of reality itself. Through the practice of right speech and mindful action, we honor the interconnectedness of all beings. We recognize that every thought, every word, every deed has the potential to uplift or to harm. In the tapestry of existence, each of us plays a vital role. Let us then pledge to wield our words and actions with care, with kindness, with love. Together, let us embark on this journey of transformation, one breath, one step, one moment at a time. For in the stillness of our hearts, we discover the boundless potential of our humanity.